Retirement might seem way off, but it actually comes around quicker than you think. The trick is to acknowledge your retirement early, no matter how far away it may seem. By running the retirement race like the tortoise and not the hare, you can get one step closer to putting your feet up without taking away too much from today. Pensions and ISAs are just some of the ways to achieve this, but with the right knowledge and know-how, they could help your money go that extra mile. Hi, I'm PJ from Rift, and in this video, we'll help you make better decisions for your future, understand the benefits of each account type, and plan more effectively for your retirement. Most of us have been told to save more into our pension by parents, friends, and partners, and with good reason. Put simply, pensions encourage you to invest in your future through the combined magic of tax relief and compound returns. What this means in real terms is anything you put away gets a boost from the taxman based on your usual tax bracket. If you normally pay the basic rate of 20%, you'll only need to save £80 in order to have £100 in total. For higher rate taxpayers, this drops to £60. Additional rate taxpayers only need to pay £55. You can save your entire salary up to a maximum of £40,000 per tax year and still receive these bonuses. If you continually hit the maximum, be wary of the whopping £1 million overall limit, otherwise you might be taxed for any extra you put in. Your pension pot has even more potential for returns thanks to something called the Workplace Pension Scheme. Since 2012, every employee over 22 earning more than £10,000 a year will have been auto-enrolled already. As well as benefiting from tax relief, you'll receive at least a 3% bonus thanks to the minimum employer contribution. Don't worry if you don't meet this criteria, as you can still ask to be enrolled as long as you're an employee of the company. After you've saved a hefty chunk over your lifetime, now comes the fun part, spending it. As with most things in life, there's a catch. Since pensions are meant for retirement, you can only access yours when you turn 55, with this rising to 57 from 2028. However, as a little savings sweetener, you can normally withdraw 25% of your total pot completely tax-free when you reach this age. Whether you choose to do this or not is entirely up to you. Just be aware that any amount taken after this will be taxed depending on how much you take out per year. Chances are you've seen some sort of ISA through your bank or even have one already. They're often seen as a flexible savings account that reduces the amount of tax you pay on your savings. The type of ISA you pick can affect how long your money is locked away for and how you access it. We've got a rundown for you of the three main types and what they mean for your money. But before that, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. That way, you can stay up to date with the best ways to make your money go further, because you're always better off with Rift. Lifetime ISAs, or LISAs for short, were originally launched as an alternative to individual pensions. As well as being a place to squirrel away your money for retirement, they can also be used to reach life goals like buying your first home. They come in two forms, a cash LISA and a stocks and shares LISA. Both account types can be opened between the ages of 18 and 40, but unlike pensions, your annual savings limit is reduced from £40,000 to just £4,000. Despite receiving a 25% bonus up to the maximum of £1,000 a year, the government does stress that this should not be used in place of a traditional pension. As amazing as the government's 25% bonus may sound, this will only be honoured for any withdrawals after the age of 60, or when you buy your first house. Whatever you withdraw before this age will receive a 25% penalty and basically cancel out the top-up you would have received. If you were to start saving the maximum amount from 18 up to 50, you'd only end up with a total of £160,000, which, in most cases, wouldn't last the length of your retirement if held in a cash LISA. The stocks and shares LISA allows you to try and improve your savings via growth in the stock market. There's no guarantee of this, and in theory, you may actually lose money. But that risk is reduced the longer you have your account. Over 30 years, for example, the overwhelming likelihood is you'll see a positive return. Stocks and shares ISAs are designed to get returns from stock market growth. Many see it as a smart place to put your pounds for the mid to long term. You won't receive a bonus like a ISA, but you can save up to a maximum of £20,000 a year. Any returns you make will be entirely tax-free and can be accessed whenever you like and without penalties. Common wisdom says you shouldn't put any cash into a stocks and shares ISA that you might need in the next 5 years. This, in theory, will help you ride out the highs and lows of the market and give you a better chance to make money. As with the stocks and shares ISA, it's important to reiterate that your money can go both ways. No matter how many financial advisors try to tell you different, it's best to remember that even the so-called safest bets still carry some form of risk. That said, time's your friend. Invest for the long term and you're likely to make a good return. Benefiting from the same £20,000 tax-free savings limit as the stocks and shares ISA, cash ISAs are mainly used to save money you might need at short notice. It's basically tax-free savings held in cash rather than stocks and shares. The downside is your money can quickly lose its value due to inflation. In times of high inflation and low interest rates, such as now, your money will actually buy you less in 5 years than it can today. If your weekly shop costs 10% more in 5 years and your savings have risen by 2% in the same time, your money will have lost 8% of its original value. As you can see, this could have a massive effect over time, and it's why so many people choose alternative places to store their retirement funds long term. It's all about finding the right balance for you. Maxing out your pension contributions can potentially bring retirement closer, but will reduce what you can do today. Figuring out which goals you want to prioritise is the first step in making the right retirement choice for you. That's not to say that you should stick to just one account type. By paying into your pension and putting excess money into separate accounts like ISAs, you can save towards multiple goals. For example, whilst ISAs might not fund your whole retirement, the 25% government boost makes it a handy tool for your first home deposit, with any leftovers going towards retirement. And even if cash ISAs aren't seen by most as a good place to stash your long-term funds, they do offer a great amount of flexibility for any unexpected costs along the way. So, while saving for your retirement should be on your radar at the very least, having the right knowledge will make it less stressful when it's decision time. The important thing is to arm yourself with enough knowledge to make the right decision. So make sure you subscribe to the Rift YouTube channel to stay up to date. You can also check out the link below for more helpful tips. Thanks for watching.